history forever. Snoop Dogg has spoken out about the growing talk around Tupac Shakur's murder, responding directly to claims made by former Death Row Records co-founder Suge Knight. Under a post featuring Suge's February 2025 interview, Snoop wrote, "This nigga won't stop talking about me mad cause I own Death Row. I realize your real lies." His message drew attention immediately because it arrived during another wave of debate over what really happened in 1996, who controlled Death Row at the time, and whether anyone tried to sway the investigation. To understand why Snoop reacted the way he did, it helps to look back at the long, complicated history between him and Suge. When Snoop joined Death Row in 1992, the label was becoming a major force on the West Coast. His debut album, Doggy Style, released in 1993, pushed both him and the label to the front of hip-hop. Suge handled business operations, while Snoop, Dr. Dre, and later Tupac shaped the sound and attitude that defined the label. At the time, it seemed like a powerful partnership with no limits. But behind the scenes, pressure started building. By the mid-1990s, Snoop spoke openly about feeling weighed down by what he described as the negativity surrounding the label. Suge's leadership style often felt rigid, and the environment grew tense as conflicts and outside drama came into play. Tupac's arrival brought more fame, but also more intensity, and the label became a place where major personalities clashed with growing frustration. Everything took a sharp turn in September 1996. Tupac was shot in a drive-by while riding in a BMW with Suge behind the wheel. He died 6 days later at 25. The shock sent waves through the world and through Death Row itself. Inside the label, the loss only worsened the strained relationships. Dr. Dre had already stepped away, and not long after, Snoop left too, signing with No Limit Records in 1997-1998. He described the environment at Death Row as overwhelming and unsafe. Suge would later release collections of Snoop's unreleased music without his involvement, which kept the conflict alive. Over the next 2 decades, the two men had small moments that looked like attempts at peace, but nothing meaningful ever came from them. Death Row collapsed under lawsuits and financial setbacks, and the era that had once dominated hip-hop faded. Then, in 2022, Snoop bought Death Row from MNRK Music Group. For him, it was a full circle moment, reclaiming something he had helped build, but Suge didn't accept it. Speaking from prison, he called the sale illegal and insisted the label couldn't be transferred without him. Even behind bars, he found ways to remain part of the conversation. The latest round of conflict started on February 24th, 2025, when The Art of Dialogue released an interview featuring Suge speaking from prison. For years, no one was arrested, even though many theories were pushed forward. That changed in September 2023 when Keefe D was charged, sending the case back into public focus and bringing new pressure to anyone tied to the events surrounding it.